Okay, so hi there, Capricorn Sun, Moon, and Rising Sign. This is your February 2021 Love Monthly Forecast reading with me, Chrissy, from In the Stars by Chrissy.com. Now, with this reading, it is a very general reading, so it may or may not tune in for each and every one of you guys. Just keep that in mind, but at the same time, it's going to be a channeled message and quite detailed at that. So yeah, it's going to be a mixture of the spreads that we have over here, which we'll be discussing in a short while. Not really the card meaning itself, but more of a group insight of what I'm picking up. Anyway, without further ado, let's just first talk about what cards we have over here. We have the Seven of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, the Knight of Swords, the Eight of Swords, the Two of Swords, the Ace of Swords. So we have a lot of swords energy. So that alone is giving me a form of not really a red light signal, but it is somehow giving us that form of energy wherein, okay, we are having some form of trouble here, or at the very least there is some form of stress that we are picking up, you know, because a lot of swords can create a lot of frustrations and a lot of mental kind of situation. You know, we are thinking a lot to a point wherein it's becoming unhealthy because we are really, you know, thinking too much, thinking so hard about certain things, and sometimes it could be something that is hurting us or hurting another person. So it has that form of feeling. You have to hear the Ascending card, the Coffin, and the Heartbroken card. So that alone can really give us an atmosphere that there is really something that's not working out in the situation we are in right now. For some people, this is going to be very random. I feel that for some people, maybe you have experienced some form of death. Maybe someone died around you. Or this could be a situation wherein someone, there was an ending or a death situation in terms of your relationship. Maybe you undergone a breakup, or there's just probably something depressing that you have experienced and you are moving past that at the very least. I forgot to mention that you do have the last card over here, which is the Seven of Swords. And Seven of Swords is another, you know, thinking hard, another difficult card, I would say. So it really has that energy wherein we are feeling stuck. You are feeling stuck, Capricorn. And maybe you feel that you need to do something about it, but at the same time, you know, I kind of feel that there is really a back and forth energy, like I want to do this, I want to do that. You know, you cannot make a decision, I feel. And for some of you, there has been something that has been frustrating you for quite a while. So this is not a new energy. This is something that has been with you for quite a while. Maybe it was with you for the past few months, or maybe since last year. That form of energy, because we do have the Seven of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords over here. You know, it's like, you know, this is something you're waiting for, something to get done, or you are carrying whatever burden you have for the past quite a while now. Yeah, so I feel that there is a need for you to get matured with certain things, or a maturity of some kind is going to be manifesting for the month of February. I just kind of feel that, you know, your emotions right now and your thoughts are so not aligned. You know, everything is up and down, and this is affecting your relationships as well, especially if you are in an actual relationship or partnership with your specific person. This might be a situation wherein, one, you might be undergoing a personal situation, you know, something maybe related to your work, to your personal life, to your family, you know, something that is outside of the relationship. And because of your own issues and your own problem, that is probably affecting the relationship itself, because you're not really able to give the love, the attention, or the things that you need to give to your partner. And maybe that is affecting them as well. You know, the lack of attention, the lack of love, that is also creating some form of burden in them one way or another. On another aspect, this can also be a situation wherein you are at a standstill when it comes to your love life and relationship. Maybe you're not happy with how things are going with your personal life, with your relationship setup. There could be a point wherein, you know, you are wanting to be impulsive. There is something that you wanted to do, you wanted to achieve, you know, to get it over with. You know, I keep sensing that feeling, you know, I want to get things over with. And it's not because you have concluded something, but it's really more of the rush, you know. You're feeling so much emotions and your thoughts are just being overwhelmed right now to a point wherein you just want to get it over and done with. So that could be a relationship, or it could be a situation, and then suddenly you say something that can hurt someone, not because you probably don't want to deal with the details of things. Maybe you don't want to talk to them, you don't want to deal with the step-by-step process, you just want to get it over with. So you might say something that you really did not thought about so much, and that can hurt someone else in the process. So there are instances that can occur in that manner. I also feel that this can also be a situation wherein by the end of the cycle, there could be some form of realization or insight can come to you. You are going to be handling a lot of things. I don't know what. I just kind of feel that maybe you are going to, you know, if you have been isolating yourself for the past few months or recently, this is a point wherein for the month of February, I kind of feel that you are going to be ready to face a lot of things head on, you know. If there are any contracts, conversations, or communications that you needed to do, or transactions that you needed to make it all happen, this could be the month wherein, okay, things are gradually happening, everything is moving forward. It's just that, you know, I just kind of feel that the frustration here is that nothing is happening, you know. It's like you are frustrated with the things that are not happening in the way that you want. And I kind of feel that you are, it's like a person being depressed with what is happening with them, but at the same time, it's not as if you're acting or doing something to change the situation anyway. So it's just the act of depression, the act of doing nothing and being depressed about that nothingness, that form of energy. I don't know if it actually makes sense, but that is what I'm picking up right now. But the energy that we are seeing here is that you are going to get past that. You are moving on from that phase. We do have here the Ascending card and the Coffin card all at the same time. So this is about you moving past that zone of, you know, entering some form of growth, entering some form of new beginnings in your life, having some form of liberation of some kind. It's really more about transitioning to one phase of a situation or relationship to another. So that is basically what we're seeing over here. So if you have been, you know, really brokenhearted in the past or recently, this is, you know, something that is gradually changing. So yeah, but despite that, the fact that we are seeing a lot of swords, you are going to feel the frustration, and you might be quite angry to people that pressures you to do certain things, you know. Maybe you feel that you're not ready yet and people are keep pushing your buttons here and there. So that can create some form of conflictions, I would say, into the relationship, and you might end up realizing and telling yourself that me and this person are probably not in the same wavelength, or we are not aligned right now. And this is because you are dealing with a lot of things and the other person is probably not really helping the situation because they are, you know, pushing you to do certain things which you are not ready yet at this time. But eventually though, I kind of feel that, you know, through the adversities or through the situations that will come about in your life, something can actually like click in your sphere and to rebalance the situation at hand. So I would say that there could be a certain scenario that you are not going to welcome in your life, but it will happen. And it will happen in a very frustrating way. But at the same time, that frustration or that situation can actually lead you to the right path, you know, whether you like how it started or not. Eventually, it will help you move forward with your life, that kind of thing. And it's going to make you a lot stronger all at the same time. So yeah, there are some form of problems that you need to resolve, and maybe you're not trying to resolve things, you know. I kind of feel that for some of you, you are putting a pause into certain situations, and maybe people are seeing this, you know, you're not really resolving anything, and they might be pointing this out to you, and you might not like that. You might not like that, but at the same time, you are going to accept how things are, what has already happened, and you are going to take responsibility over what eventually occurs into your life and situations. Definitely, communications may not be smooth, so there's going to be a needed effort to make things work out, but all I can guarantee is that at the end of the cycle, there's going to be some form of improvement in the air that is going to be happening, which will also give you more determination into things as you proceed along with your life, especially for this month. If there are any form of situations that brings you down, making you feel remorse or feeling depressed of some kind, I kind of feel that this is something that is just in your head, not really exactly what you're feeling. So it is something that you will have to overcome eventually, I would say. So yeah, let me see what else might show up for you for the month of February 2021. For those of you who are in the sign of Capricorn, you have the Seven of Pentacles, another Seven of Pentacles. So you're seeing here that there is really some form of maturity happening here. And a culmination of some kind can eventually occur. This can also give us a form of patience, you know. This might be like a message or a guidance that you can be impulsive right now, you know. I know it's not a Capricorn kind of thing, but you might become impulsive because of the Knight of Swords and the Ace of Swords here, you know, impulsively doing something, acting out on something, saying something impulsively, and you might need more patience in dealing with people around you or with situations that are troubling you right now. What the things that you think are unnecessary might be not so unnecessary after all. So you try to be more understanding, I would say, you know. Don't suddenly lash out, basically, is what I'm, you know, telling you. What else should we have or might experience for the month of February? You have here the Five of Swords. You know, whenever, I've mentioned this earlier, but whenever I'm picking up extra cards, and usually when you're trying to tune in and see what's going on, basically the cards that shows up usually just reflects what the spreads are all about. So this is a really legit way for you to know if you're actually tuning in with the reading, because you're asking a specific question and it keeps giving you the same answers over and over again. So it has that form of energy. That's how you can get some form of confirmation that, okay, I know that there are some form of troubles ahead. You know, I'm not saying that having trouble is the end of the road, but you can say that it can be quite of a challenging month, which will require some form of patience and understanding with situations. And be careful not to regret the things that you might say, because you might regret them if you are working on things in a very impulsive manner as well. we have here the World card. I think we should stop right there because it's a really wonderful card to have. The World card really is giving you a new light into things, and it's like bringing a new reality into your life situation all at the same time. And I kind of feel that February could be a month wherein you might be able to say goodbye to the things that are not working out in your life anymore. And I'm not saying it's a breakup. It doesn't necessarily mean like that. Actually, that's not really what I mean. But I just kind of feel that, you know, any loose ends that you have in the past, you know, that has been haunting you and troubling you, this is the month to end things overall, so that you can start a brand new beginning or cycle in your life, which is what the World card is as well. So yeah, and I did pick one more last card, you know, and we have here the Six of no, not the Six, this is the Lovers card, which is all about choices and bringing harmony into place. Maybe some form of important decisions. Like I mentioned, there is something that you needed to deal with at this time, you know, once and for all. You need to deal with them, but at the same time, some form of important decisions, how you deal with things, how you react with certain things in your life, with personal relationships and what's going on in your life, is going to have some form of importance. And then the last card we have here is the Knight of Wands. So, and that's the Knight of Wands is really a more fiery energy, bringing a lot of passion into things. So if you have been feeling in the blue or out in the cold and you feel that nothing is working out, this is like a really wonderful signal that a light will be fired up in your heart, you know, giving you a lot of passion and inspiration to do certain things. Just be careful not to get burned by that, because I feel that you have a tendency to be so passionate that it can be mishandled one way or another. So again, patience, understanding, and trying to calm yourself down is going to be important. And I would say that if the other person is not understanding you, this is going to be a really perfect time for you to open up yourself, what you are feeling, to your other person, so that they will know what's really going on with you. They're not mind readers, so if they're pressuring you, it's probably because there is something that they don't really understand. And this is really a really good way for you, the two of you, to understand each other and to know if you guys are on the same page, basically. So yeah, that's it for my reading for you, Capricorn people. I do hope that this gives you insight and clarity to your situation. So yeah, if you do want a more personal reading just like this one, or something more specifically done for you, your own situation, I do a personal reading. You can do a booking with me for my website, inthestarsbychrissy.com. I also do email readings at that, so you can all check it out there. I'll put the details below, the details of this video, and yeah, I'll see you guys again next month. Goodbye.